Hi, welcome to KGH Academy. This is Swedan Kumar and I'll be taking your GS paper 3, that is your economic development. So today we are going to see the decode, or we are going to decode the syllabus first. What is the syllabus? What type of questions they have asked, and how we should be prepared for such type of questions. In this, I will also say how I'll be approaching our journey in this GS paper 3. So, if you want to see the APPSC Group 1 GS paper 3. So, what is there in the GS paper 3? Economic and Development of India and Andhra Pradesh. Economy and Development of India and Andhra Pradesh, AP. So here we are going to see the syllabus first. So what are the syllabus? See, there are 12 chapters in this. So first chapter, I'll decode it each and every chapter and what type of questions they have asked. See, in the first chapter, that is major challenges of Indian economy. Major challenges of Indian economy. Right. Now, what are the major challenges of Indian economy? See, in the syllabus, it has been given about your agriculture, manufacturing sector, inflation, oil prices, current account deficits, and unfavorable balance of payments, BOP. It has talked about BOP, falling of rupee value, growing NPA. See, so various sectors of the economy has been combined. Major challenges, like you see, there was a bad loan, about your bad loan recently, about your bad loans or bad banks. Both the terms are different here. Bad banks, and also recently the Government of India, Ministry of Finance, they are going for privatization of the banks. Privatization or private. They are privatizing it. Okay. And also they are merging the banks. Merging banks. Now, what are the challenges of this merging of the banks or privatization on the growth of the Indian economy? On the growth of the Indian economy. So here we'll be seeing. See, this topic talks from the agricultural point of view. Agriculture. This topic talks about from balance of payment and also current account deficits and also oil prices, falling of oil prices, rise of oil prices, comma, and also rupees, about the rupee value, why it is degrading, why it is moving up. So we'll be discussing everything here, why there is a fall of rupee, what are the factors, internal factors and external factors which are there, which is leading to the fall of rupee, oil prices, okay, etc. Will be seeing balance of payment, how it is going to impact the Indian economy, what is balance of payment, what is your CAD, etc. Okay, and also here it is talking about NPA, non-performing assets, and also capital infusion, money laundering, black money, financial resources, lack of inclusive growth, sustainable development. Inclusive growth, it also talks about IG and SDG, sustainable development. Okay, and also the consequences, the problems, what are the, see, everything in this is talking about what are the causes for this, causes, consequences and your solutions. If you are thorough in these, 1-2 questions enough. Okay, so first, this is the first chapter. In this, you see, mainly recently there was a farm bill. They can ask you the question from the farms bill. Okay, like how this farm bill is going to impact the agricultural sector in India. That might be a question. okay, or in the agriculture, what are the major factors which are leading to low growth in the agricultural sector? Okay, low growth in agricultural sector, or productivity is less. Why? See, and also they can ask you questions like say here, the government has brought doubling of farmers income. So in doubling of farmers income by 2022, that is there, doubling of farmers income by 2022. Now in this case, what are the steps that has been taken by the government of India? Steps, that might be a question. Okay, and general question they can ask you, like suppose they can ask you the questions like this also. See, the question might be, though the current government, they have brought so many schemes and policies are there, like policies like schemes like your Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, soil health cards, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, for all these kinds of inclusive growth and all, so many schemes are there. So because of these schemes also, these schemes have failed to increase the productivity in agricultural sector. What are the causes and what are the solutions suggest? And we'll be also saying what the economic survey will talks about this kind of situation, challenges of Indian economy. Okay, and also that is major challenges in the Indian economy, we'll be seeing that one. And also what are the terms that has been steps in any union budget, we'll also see that. See, some of the basic questions also they have asked, like what are the steps that has been taken in the manufacturing sector. See, in the 2020 they have asked one question, what are the steps recently taken by the government of India to boost the manufacturing sector? Okay, so here only in the manufacturing sector, what are the steps that has been taken? See, this is a direct question, that is, what are the steps that has been taken to boost the manufacturing sector? Make in India program, Make in India program, right? This is one. Then so many schemes like MSME, micro, small and medium enterprises, loans have increased for them. So many schemes they are there for boosting your manufacturing. Now why? Because manufacturing sector was in the news. Like that, there was one more question, highlight the major factors leading to low agricultural productivity in India. So same question here also, agricultural productivity here. What are the steps? What are the causes here? He is asking, highlight some of the major factors. Indian monsoon also, failure of credit, this is one I can write. Second, failure of credit, market facilities, right? So many like that. We'll be discussing one by one. So this agriculture, in BOP also they can ask you a question, balance of payment. Why the balance of payments of India? What are the factors which are leading for higher balance of payments, or what are the features, what are the ways of balance of payments in the last 50 years? What is the current account deficit? They can ask you how this current account deficit, what are the factors which are leading for the current account deficits, etc. Okay, so this is your first chapter, right? So what is the second chapter? Second chapter, it talks about your resource mobilization in India. Resource mobilization in India. Now, here it is talking about a resource of financial resource of public and private sectors. Public and private sectors, what are the financial resources? What are the ways? So, public and private sector and private sector resources. What are the resources for the public and private sector? Number one. Second, it is talking about your budgetary resources. Budgetary resources. Budgetary resources. Number two, then it is also talking about your, see, in the budgetary resources generally, what are the ways we get, what are the sources of your finance in the budgetary? We'll talk in the budget. This is nothing but in the second chapter, resources mainly, it is talking about few things. See, like this. First one, so first one, it is talking about your budgetary. What are the resources in the budgetary? Like they can ask you, what are direct and indirect, that is tax revenue and non-tax revenue, public debts, borrowings of the government. Okay, what is the sources? You see, generally, you know, whenever the government requires amount or money, generally they go for RBI. Okay, they go for, see, sources of borrowing. Simply we can say the government's sources of borrowing. Sources of borrowing. We'll be talking about what are the sources of borrowing, like from the you know that from your financial institutions, RBI, from external, etc. We'll be talking about the resources. What are the financial resources? What is the tax revenue? What is the non-tax revenue? Okay, here, so it is, first is budgetary. It is talking about the budgetary. Loans, grants, etc. We'll be talking about these here only. Budgetary resources only. Okay. Second, here we'll also talk about in this FDI, foreign direct investment. Okay, like question might be how the FDI, increase of FDI in one sector is going to boost the Indian economic growth rate. Is it clear? Like that. Or what is challenges of FDI is facing currently in India? Right? Now, COVID-19 has affected, how the COVID-19 has affected these FDIs or FIIs, foreign institute investments or foreign direct investments. We will relate with the COVID-19 also. COVID-19 also. Okay. Then you see external finance, that is World Bank, etc. IMF, World Bank, that is called external finance. Finance. Okay, we'll also talk about the external finance. Might be World Bank or IMF or from the other banks. Other banks. We'll be talking what are the resources for India. Fourth, here it also talks about financial monetary policy. Monetary policy. Here in this monetary policy, mainly we'll be dealing with how inflation targets are achieved. Inflation targets or inflation is reduced in this case. Okay, so these are the second chapter directly, you know, they have related with the second chapter, and also financial markets and institutes, physical resources and energy resources. In physical resources, energy resources, infrastructural projects, in this only physical resources, what are there? and your energy resources. So here you see mainly here if I talk about the energy resources, India is moving for renewable energy, and in the Paris agreement also, in the Paris agreement also, India said that we'll be moving from 33 to 35% of our energy by next 10 years from the your renewable source of energy. So what are the steps that has been taken for India towards the renewable energy? Like you might have seen solar energy, okay, then wind energy, okay. OTEC is one type of energy. OTEC, Ocean Thermal Energy Convention. Recently, this is an energy. Tidal energy. Then also your one more. This is solar, wind, geothermal energy. Geothermal. These are renewable source of energy. Apart from this, one more, that is shale gas. We are moving to shale gas energy. So what are the challenges in these energy? These are energy resources. So what are the challenges for India in the solar, how this wind energy, OTEC energy, tidal, thermal and shale gases we will be seeing in this physical resources also, okay. So here we'll be dealing in the budgetary, FDI, external finance, monetary. See here, like there was a question, like you see, what are the factors responsible for narrow tax base? Okay, this is one. Here, define public debt and give its components with reference to Indian government. Public debt, see here, he is talking about in the 2020 there was an exam. So he is talking about public debt. What is public debt and its component with reference to Indian government? Explain trends in the public debt since 2010. So we will be seeing that what is the public debt, how these public debts are managed, what are the steps that has been taken from the year 2010 to till now. And there was one more, briefly give the account of, one more was tax base, narrow tax base. There was a question about narrow tax base. We will see all the taxes, tax based. So we will see the taxes. There are two types of taxes, indirect taxes and the other is direct taxes, right? Now you might know what is GST also, goods and service tax. So how this goods and service tax, see it is in the third chapter actually, fourth chapter, GST and its related issues in government budgeting. So in the fourth chapter we will be dealing this GST also here. So there only we will start discussing about the taxes. Then he is also asking about the revenue and fiscal deficits. Revenue deficits, see it is a separate chapter. I'll deal that. Okay, this is one. And now the third chapter. If you see the third chapter is about resource mobilization in Andhra Pradesh. Just now we have discussed about India, same thing. A resource mobilization in Andhra Pradesh. Mobilization in Andhra Pradesh, that is, it is talking about budgetary resource allocations, constraints in Bifurcation Act, physical mineral resources, water disputes with the neighbor countries like Telangana, etc. Okay, here. Then fourth chapter is government budgeting. Here, this is important. In the government budgeting, we will be seeing the structure of government budgeting, components of budgeting process. See here, first thing we will discuss about structure of, anyhow you will be learning in the polity also, structure of government budgeting, budget, why the budget is introduced, why, what makes necessary, why a budgetary is necessary and how the process of budgetary is also we'll see. Okay, process means not from the polity perspective, from the other perspective. What is the purpose? See, like estimated budget, revised budget, or the actual figures, etc. You will be knowing all the terms in there. Okay, right here the structure of the government budgeting, then also components, recent changes, then we'll be talking about types of budget, types of budgets, budget like we'll be seeing about outcome budget, gender budget, gender budgeting, like that. So many types of budgets are there. And also types of deficits, third one, types of deficit, types of deficit. Like you see, there is a fiscal deficit, monetized deficits. Okay, we will see what types of deficits are there and how it is going to impact, what are the advantages. See, like for example, in the outcome budgeting, what are the challenges in the outcome budgeting or gender budgeting? What are the steps that has been taken for the women empowerment in the gender budget in the last 5 years? So we'll be dealing that. Okay, types of deficits also it is there. Then GST related issues, the union budget recently. Okay, then we have to discuss about GST and related issues. Like, see here, GST compensation. There was a question about your GST. You know, there was one question in the UPSC itself. UPSC 2020, there was a question like, because of the COVID-19, the GST compensation to the state act 2017, GST compensation GST compensation to the states, Act 2017. This has led to fiscal tensions. Federal, it has led to federal tensions. So we'll be discussing what is there in these provisions of the act, and because of the COVID-19, why the center has failed to distribute GST to the states under this act. We'll be seeing that. Okay, and this is nothing but GST compensation fund. This is called as, under this it is called as GST compensation fund. It is called a GST compensation fund. Here we'll be discussing in detail about the GST, because you know, petroleum, okay, petrol, diesel, etc. they also want to bring into the GST, which is out of the ambit of the GST right now. They wanted to bring into the GST structure. So what are the challenges in bringing the petroleum and diesel in the GST for it? Okay, in the ambit of the GST or in this GST, what are the challenges? We'll be seeing that. Okay, about that, and about that we will be seeing right now. Central assistance, that is federal finance. It is nothing but federal finance, and also we'll be talking about finance commissions. Finance commission. Right? So we'll be talking about the current finance commission. What are the, see, mainly here in this it is totally about the government budgeting. Taxes, non-taxes, everything is included. So we have some first chapter and this fourth chapter we have some links. Okay, then in the fifth chapter, government budgetary in the Andhra Pradesh. It is about the Andhra Pradesh. Now, inclusive growth, sixth one. This is the fifth one. Then, in the sixth chapter, fifth is your government budgetary in Andhra Pradesh, and this is inclusive growth. Inclusive growth. Now, here mainly question will be from the inclusive growth only. Like here, there are some this thing also. Like it talks about. See, the question can be, what are the steps taken for financial inclusion what are the steps that has been taken for financial inclusion? Okay, what are the steps taken by government for financial inclusion? This might be a question. Now, here you see, what are the steps that has been taken? Can I say Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana? Jan Dhan Yojana. These are the steps. Okay, we'll be seeing what is financial inclusion, how this financial inclusion will help in overcoming the burdens or barriers, okay, for the better growth of your Indian economy. Okay, apart from that, you see strategies in poverty, elevation and employment. See, here we'll also discuss in this poverty and unemployment. So various reports about the unemployment, poverty, etc. we'll be discussing in this case. Right? Health, education, women empowerment, social welfare schemes, food security, public distribution system. You see, food security, we'll be seeing National Food Security Act. What are the challenges in this? What are the challenges for the food security, etc. Food security and PDS system. Here it is talking about PDS, public distribution system. So in the public distribution system, what are the challenges we have? Okay, what are the challenges we have in the public distribution? What are the problems we have in the public distribution system? The ration cards is one of the challenge. So government is moving for, one ration card. So what are the challenges? What are the objectives? And how to overcome this? What are the steps that has been taken by the government of India for lifting, overcoming these challenges? We'll be seeing that. Now, apart from that, food security, PDS system, and also here we have to talk about sustainable agriculture. Sustainable agriculture. Now, in this sustainable agriculture, mainly agriculture. Now, here you see in this sustainable agriculture, what are the features of sustainable agriculture? First, we have to know what are the features of sustainable agriculture. Then what kind of sustainable agricultures are practiced in India? Like organic farming, zero budget natural farming. All these things we will be seeing in the sustainable. Okay. Now, financial inclusion also will be seeing, right? So this is about your inclusive growth. Then we have agricultural development here. In the seventh one, we'll be talking about agricultural development. Agricultural development. See, it is a mix of first chapter. So here we'll be talking about agricultural development. Like, what is the role of economic development? Contributions to the GDP. How much it is contribution? Issues of finance, production. Mainly, we'll be talking about contribution towards, first one, contribution towards GDP. Now, here the question might be like this. See, in the year 1950s, 60s, compared to the year 2010 or 2020, the GDP contribution, agricultural contribution to the GDP has drastically reduced. What factors are leading to decline in the agricultural GDP? in the agriculture GDP. Here, main thing, what are the factors which are leading to decline in the agricultural GDP? Here we also see about crop diversification. Okay, what kind of crop diversification policies which the government of India follows, and because of which there is a decline in the agricultural production, and which is leading to less, that is the GDP, and also what factors are leading to growth in the other sectors. Like we have seen, the tertiary sector is contributing more, the secondary sector is contributing less compared to this, but compared to first one, these two sectors are contribution is more. We'll see what are the challenges in the contributions of the GDP to the GDP, the agricultural sector. So simply we have to see the problems of the agricultural sector from this point. Okay, this is the first one. Second one, you see here it is talking about agricultural finance also. Agricultural finance. So in the agricultural finance, mainly you see in the agricultural finance, so many this one, money lenders. What are the problems? Money lenders, comma, zamindars. What are the problems in this finance or providing finance? Banks also, why they are not lending? Banks. What are the problems associated with the banks towards the agriculture sector? Money lenders. What are the problems in the agricultural finance? So what are the steps banks which has been created particularly for the finance to the agriculture? NABARD, what is the role of NABARD? We'll be seeing. What is the role of RRBs? We'll be seeing, etc. Okay, here. Third one, problems, mainly the problems associated, challenges or the solutions. What are the contributions which are been made? Here, in the third one, we are also see about marketing. Okay, marketing also we'll be seeing here. And apart from this, you see green revolution, we'll be talking about green revolution. Not only green revolution, but there were questions apart from other revolutions also. So this is also about your green revolution. Then we'll also talk about your minimum support price here. Minimum support price. What are the problems in the minimum support price? What are the challenges in the minimum support price? What are the steps that has been taken? What are recommendations made by the Swaminathan committee, etc. We'll be seeing here. Okay, and apart from that, rainbow revolution was also there here. Rainbow revolution. Okay, we'll be seeing about rainbow revolution. So this is nothing but overall sector, agricultural sector. Okay, and you see next is industrial development and policy. In the eighth one, industrial development and policies. What are the policies? SCZ, MSME, then industrial corridor, manufacturing policies, Make in India program, problems of the core, disinvestment, privatization. Okay, what are the problems in the public sector, in the growth of the Indian economy? So sector wise also we'll be seeing. So industrial policies 1991 we'll be seeing. Since what are the policies which are there since 1991 or since the independence about the industrial policy? And also we'll be seeing SCZ, industrial corridors. What are the industrial corridors? How it is going to boost your growth in the economy or the Indian economy. We will be seeing that. Okay. Then about 10th one, industrial policies of AP government. Then infrastructure. Mainly 11th one is about infrastructure. See, what are the bonds which have been brought? Bonds. Okay. Regarding the growth of the infrastructure. We will be seeing the transportation, transport, ICT, information and communication technology. Okay, digital India, smart India, urban environment, solid waste management, disaster, weather forecast and disaster management, issues of finance, ownership, Then public-private partnership related to the pricing of public utilities and government policies, environmental impacts on infrastructure projects. So here mainly we'll be dealing with the transports, mainly the transport, communication, etc. So in the this one also they have asked a question. See in the last 2020 they have asked a question about, in the light of the problem faced by public-private partnership in India, give the recommendations on the future plan of action. What are the problems with the PPP model, public-private partnership model? What are the challenges here? Challenges, and here we'll be seeing types of, mainly the types of PF models, types of models for the growth models. We'll be seeing types of growth models here. Okay, and also discuss the initiatives taken by the government of India to build smart cities and highlight the challenges in doing so. So here he is talking about separately about smart cities. So in our syllabus also it has been mentioned about the smart cities. Okay, in the smart cities it has been clearly mentioned. So infrastructure, smart cities, urban environment, solid waste management. Solid waste management important. Solid waste management. So what are the steps? What is the role of the state government in the solid waste management? What are the benefits of the solid waste management? What are the challenges of the solid waste management, etc. Urban environment, mainly urban environment also they can ask you. Urban environment. Why urbanization? What are the factors? Why? Because what are the problems or effects of urbanization? Urbanization. What are the problems of urbanization? They can ask you. Okay. What are the problems which are associated with the urbanization? They can ask you. Okay. Weather forecast and disaster management also. Weather forecast and disaster management. Weather forecast and disaster management. They can ask you this one. Disaster management also related with, like, what are the guidelines regarding your floods, etc. They can ask you here also. Okay.